Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Duncan Alderdice, and in this series, I make short videos in the morning on my walk as I talk through the thoughts I'm having as I attempt to put my life back together again. So, lots to talk about today. The main thing that I've noticed, because the videos have started to being published. Yesterday was the first day the first one went uploaded, and it was cool because someone commented on it. And as well, I changed the title because what it used to be initially was like, I'm doing this again because I want to, but I've been doing a lot of thought into how do I actually hook a cold viewer in. So I've changed it to something which is a bit more emotionally grabbing, I think is the word, which is like, it's like lost job, back home, failing life, choosing to rebuild in public at 28, then day one. Which I don't know whether I'll keep for the rest of this year's, and it's good, but that, I haven't seen what the view count is, but that seems to be more something that, like, at least when I've seen the other sort of confessional type videos that a lot of people have been doing, of just making like raw videos talking about how they feel that they're behind in life and so on. And so there's a bit of a cultural trend for a good reason or a bad reason, but anyways, so that's interesting. And the other thing that I'm noticing is, like, there's a lot of time the videos that I'm making are, I mean, I'd say it like it's like shit content, and it's a lot when the cars kind of interrupt me, and then I lose the train of thought and take a while to get back into it, or I'm tired in the morning, in which case I then kind of feel like groggy and I'm not really searching the words. But then when I do have energy, that actually is, I can more easily understand and see why somebody would continue watching with that. So then takeaway from that is, I mean, the cars are just gonna, like, this morning I started it, then a bus went past, and then I started it again and did the intro, and then right as I was going into the first thought, a truck came past, and I tried to stick with it, but then I didn't, so I just restarted. So that's just the nature of the thing. But then secondly is the showing up actually with energy, is more of a reason to be, I have to go to bed on time, or at least consistent, or at least get the 8 to 9 hours that I seem to need and function far better with when I do get. We're gonna turn around right now. So that's that. Function, sleep, but with that, so that I actually can show up with ideas and communicate them in a way that's engaging, rather than me kind of mumbling through half thoughts. The other thing I'm noticing is, as I'm actually articulating myself, especially when I am dead, tired, is sometimes, like, what the fuck did I just say right there? I can't understand myself sometimes. And so I need to make an active effort to enunciate properly, so that the viewer and the transcriber actually can pick up and understand the words that I am saying. Okay, so that's what is happening in terms of the video. The other thing just too is, because it's difficult to, I don't come in with a lot of prep for these videos. I don't have like a topic that I'm going to be discussing. And so is a shift towards that better? But I feel like the point is more to demonstrate someone being consistent with something. And that's the value that's provided. And when there is a topic that is of interest, then there will be a topic that is of interest. And that may have more cold audience appeal. But to force that every time, I think is not necessarily realistic. Okay, so there's a bus coming. I'm just gonna reset and move on what happened yesterday and what's gonna happen today now. Because it's interesting, because it is a dirt road, and so when there's one car, it like consumes everything. I feel like if it was a busy street, it would be easier to become habituated and ignore the cars, but whatever. What happened yesterday is, well, two things. Number one is, I got a follow-up from there were 4-ish job opportunities, prospects that were saying they were going to get back to me by the end of last week. end of the week. None of them did, but 2 of them got back to me yesterday. One left a voicemail. It was the commission only one. The guy seemed pretty cool. But saying essentially that they'd be interested in working with me. So I have that job, so that's good. But it's not necessarily paycheck right now and something I can apply to a different apartment with and move out with. But better something than nothing. And then there's another one where the guy reached out. This was the one which was with the founder. And the company, what do? They offer like a workforce management software, specifically for like a large scale kind of thing. Which he then scheduled a second online interview on Wednesday with me. So that's good. I'm going to follow up. There are 2 bugs on the, there was I don't know if you could see that fly, but there was a fly. And then when I looked at the camera, there also was a wasp-like things, and they were about to fight, and then they both flew away. I don't know why this is a thing that they want to go on, but what's the other thing? Because of the fact that the jobs followed up, that made me feel good. And today I am going to follow up myself with the other 2 ones that said they would get back to me. The interview seemed to go well. One of them went going like, okay, the earliest I'll get back to you is by Tuesday, which is today. So that's good, but always better to seem eager with that. But then the other thing I did, because I applied for, I think like 28 different jobs in the morning, and then joined a group. And this group is a paid membership. It's like Canadian 140 a month, American 97 a month, but it's called the AI Automation Society or something, the 1% challenge. I don't know. It's some sort of marketing thing. But what they do is help teach people how to build an AI automation agency. And there's a bunch of things to kind of go through. But, okay, so there is a truck coming and I'm completely unraveled by that. I'm going to talk to you in a second. Lots of cars today. So in this sort of group, essentially have like a sort of 30-day challenge in terms of like the challenges, like you can get a refund within a month if you actually complete the challenge. They just automatically give you, which then is proof that you have done something. But what's interesting is, one, there's skills that I will learn with that. So this can be accomplished as well, sort of as a side hustle thing. Just squirrel running along on the fence. The second one, interesting, can be completed as a side hustle thing. But more the other thing that I'm thinking is that if I abstract out the specific content and just look at the structure, like they've built a website where you click on something and then have tasks to do in order to accomplish this goal, that even just studying that sort of playbook and analyzing what that looks like, I could then substitute something else into it, like a get your life together challenge or something like that. So it's interesting to see the potential, or it's like this is what I'm trying to say, is it presents itself as an opportunity to build your own AI automation that's niche down business on your own. That's what it looks like, but maybe the actually value I get from it isn't that business, but the skills and understandings and techniques on how to actually accomplish building out those things, but as well an idea for a different application of that sort of structure. So that's interesting. But so that I'm going to be committing to doing, like stick to like an hour a day, put on my calendar. Like some of the time I'm applying for jobs, some of the time I'm interviewing, some of the time I'm editing these videos, some of the time I'm working on that thing. Just incremental progress, day by day, over time compounds or whatever. But so this is the end of the video. I appreciate you for watching to the end, as always. And I know you know this already, but I'll say it again, is that desire is what drives you forward. The pain you're going through is necessary. That is why you need to believe in yourself, because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. Lean in aim up, and move forward. Yes, you can. Yes, you will.